Hello, Scorpio, and welcome back to Divine Rebel. My name is Racey. I'm going to be giving the readings for you today. The first half of my July was spent on vacation, and then when I got back, I was going through a whole very unanticipated major life shift. So these readings coming to you now in divine time to help you understand your July will have a very hindsight purpose to them, right? To help you understand what July has been about, especially moving into the final week of July, what is meant to be taken from it all, so that you can continue to move forward. For those of you not familiar with me or the channel and you're new, I have no filter. I do not sugarcoat my messages. I am a very raw reader. I read how I read. I'm always very respectful of the fact that is not for everybody. So if you have kids around or just don't appreciate messages like that, I give you the opportunity to sign off now. Otherwise, we will be getting into these messages for July for Scorpio. Scorpionic energy, right? Those with strong scorpionic energy, strong scorpionic placements in their charts. So, Scorp. Spirit, please, what is the theme? What is the theme or purpose of Scorpio, scorpionic energy for July? What is the theme of Scorpio, scorpionic energy for July? Change in the wind. Change in the wind. This might be particularly important if you're a Scorpio moon, because we've got the Scorpio moon at the tippy top there. However, change in the wind. Big shifts. Big shifts, especially if things have been still. Change in the wind is a card about truly great changes where you're being initiated into a place of balance within your own energy so that you can ascend into something else, right? That you can ascend to a next step. Especially if things have felt at a snail's pace. This is where things gain momentum. This is where things gain momentum and might even become or feel unusual. You could have even had a month where you were particularly drawn to the clouds, seeing things in clouds or cloud messages, because I'm being super drawn to that being in this card. Life's going to be very different. It's becoming very unique. It's becoming very unique and authentic for you. Things are mending. Sorry, I felt compelled to pull another one. You have a lot of things mending from your inner child, right? Heart to heart with yourself, heart to heart with spirit. Things are changing, things are mending. And I heard the word resolving. Coming to conclusion in order to move you forward. To complete the cycle, to begin the new, right? So what does July look like? Spirit, please, for Scorpio. What has it looked like for Scorpio? Changing your focus. Changing your focus, right? At the beginning of the month, you may have had very tunnel vision, one way of seeing, one direction of seeing for a while. In the reality, you may have been feeling rather alone at the beginning of the month. In all honesty, it's because your perception was being your perception was fogged, or you weren't seeing everything going on around you, right? A lot of cups here. Spirit blessed you huge in the 3rd week of July. You had big trusting leaps of faith going into the middle of the month, right? That this love kind of poured out, that the universe sees you and rippled. Because an opportunity is beckoning you forward with the 4 of Cups. We got the 5, the Trust card, which is the Fool, Major Arcana. Then we have the Ace of Cups and the 4 of Cups. Spirit is presenting you with an opportunity that you can't miss. I definitely feel like your higher self is looking down on you, at you, and creating something very infinite in your world. Creating something that opens doors. The shift, right? Something that can open your eyes, or someone. I can't help but feel like you're being gifted an angel, like an earth angel, or an earth angel that you have already in your life is making their presence very known, and that you're feeling super blessed. And it's what you do with the opportunity presented to you. It's what you do with it. The gift you're being given. I think you're trusting, allowing your mind or your perspective to open. I think you're allowing your heart to open to different possibilities of how things can unfold. I think a part of you is inherently feeling more self-assured. We got sacral chakra on the bottom, maternal or mother healing, creation healing, what you're capable of creating for yourself, and spread your wings on the bottom. We've got multiple 5s and multiple 2s on the cards, and 1s, multiple 1s on the cards. So they could be synchronistic numbers for you showing up, right? Number patterns with 5s, 1s, or 2s. But I think you're on path. I think you know you're on path. I think you're really super close to hitting the bullseye. I think what's really mending is your relationship to the wound, your mother, and that there's wounds there that are finally healing. I think you're knowing when to choose your battles and when to confront them. And that's going to lead to major success and growth for you, and being able to give and receive with the universe. That's going to blossom moving forward. I think you're recognizing that maybe someone is not your enemy, but that they're an enemy, if anything, to themselves. And it's not taking them personal anymore. Not taking their wounds and making them yours. Right? Separating yourself from their wounding and healing it, mending it within yourself. That heart to heart with yourself. That heart to heart with them as your mother, right? Because we do have 2 feminine children on these cards. And this card here. I think you're realizing this is your time to shine. You're being called to shine. Possibly out of their shadow. You're shining out of your mother's shadows. I think you're super close to hitting the mark. Like as manifestation goes. I think you're receiving the divine downloads. I'm being super drawn to the fact that there's this beam, right, of white light, this sparkling white light coming down into the crown chakra, right? I think you're feeling guided. I think you're feeling blessed. I think you're seeing things differently, right? That shift in perspective. Because if you notice the clouds here and the fog that's kind of all around this person here with the single vision, I think that those clouds are finally lifting. I think that there's going to be a major breakthrough. And I think at the end of the month, you're going to realize that Spirit is giving you a major opportunity to create what is essentially feeling like an overflow of abundance, infinite abundance, something super solid, kind of putting you on a roll, right? Or scorpionic energy where it feels like it's on a roll. Almost invincible, right? Going from a place of feeling rather invisible to invincible. You're not so invisible to yourself anymore. I think you're seeing yourself pretty clearly. I think you're seeing the wounds of someone else pretty clearly. Like I said, if you know, you used to view someone as your enemy in a sense, right? Enemy could be a strong word, but I'll use it, right? If someone was your enemy, quote unquote, it's almost like realizing they're only an enemy to themselves and they can't actually hurt you because they don't define who you are. Their opinions don't define who you are. Their beliefs don't define who you are. Your alignment does. And I think you're trusting your open heart, your heart being really open, and that's presenting, and that's the Spirit coming in to present you with an opportunity. So I'm actually looking forward to doing August for you. I'm going to pull from my Love Your Inner Goddess Oracle as guidance or advice moving forward for the rest of this month and into August, right? For Scorpio, Spirit, please, what card above all others would you like them to receive as guidance? That one. Daring Dreamer. Daring Dreamer, change the way you see, not the way you look, is what's written on her chest. Change the way you see, not the way you look. It says, you don't need to adjust your dreams to fit in with what others say is realistic, sensible, or practical. Why seek to limit the power of the universe with negative expectations? Be uncompromising with your heart wisdom. Listen to what it wants and yearns for, and believe that the universe has put those desires there and will show you every step to take in order to fulfill them. Do not allow someone else to make you feel like you should change who you are or what your heart truly yearns for, not even a tiny bit, not even for a single second. Our world needs daring dreamers to redefine beauty, success, and worth. We need brave souls to shake up our cultural values so that we stop hurting ourselves and each other. You can decide what it really means to you to be beautiful, successful, and worthy. That's how you take back control, disempowering the toxic definitions created by others. To live your life according to expectations set by others who do not know or care about you like you do, who are not wise and are out for their own gain, is not a recipe for happiness or fulfillment. You are a daring dreamer and a loving, rebellious visionary. You can imagine a far kinder and more truly beautiful world. You have the awareness and the power to say no to what is unkind, untrue, or unwise. You get to invite into your life what actually has value to your soul. Be your divine badass self as you say, hello world. You can choose what you wish, but you will not choose it for me. I will choose for myself. Thank you very much. Give a voice to your daring dreams. Tell the universe each day about your vision of a healed world, your world. Speak it as though it were already real. Use your positive words of power to express your most beautiful dreams and never give up on those dreams, yourself or your world. Your vision of what is possible is the healing medicine for our future world and the way to your bliss. Gaze at the sky and say aloud, from my heart and my own free will, I invite the universe to bring life to these dreams of mine. And smile. Scorpio. This is where your transformation starts to exude itself. This is where you've come out of the chrysalis and have completely unfurled your wings and are looking back at the caterpillars and saying, see, I told you transformation was possible. See, I told you it pays to dream. See, I told you it pays to trust and believe in your heart, to never give up. Fuck the logic, fuck the practical, fuck the reasonable, fuck the whatever anybody says is supposed to blah, blah, blah. You dare to dream, Scorp. You dare to live a life that's different. You're not succumbing to the expectations or beliefs of the past. You're living your own beautiful life. Taking your own divine rebellious chances on things because your heart says, hey, go for it. Hey, believe this instead. Someone could tell you, right, that you're not pretty or you're out of shape or you're not this or you're not enough that and no one will want you if this or that. And you're like, fucking watch me. Fucking watch me be wanted and loved. Fucking watch. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. Your soul is beautiful. Your dreams are beautiful. So beautiful is what you are. Nothing can change it. Nobody's opinion can change it. If someone has some shit to say that is not pleasant to hear, well, they are their own worst enemy. But they're not yours. Because the only enemy you could ever have is yourself. And believing in your dreams and trusting your gut and following it and listening and not being afraid and going for it. Living free. Without their weights. Without their shadow. Living free. That's how you manifest everything. You're going to have an incredible opportunity presenting to you potentially at the end of this month. Something in your spirit is going to nudge you. Trust it. Trust it. Go for it. Just listen. You don't have to know why. You don't have to make sense. It doesn't have to make sense. It could interrupt other plans. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you feel guided to something, it's just your soul saying, yep, just say yes. Yep, nah, don't argue with me. All right? Your gut's like, don't argue with me. Just say yes. The rest will work itself out. Trust. Go for it. Go for it. No excuses. No excuses. Go follow your dream. Go follow your dream. It's manifesting for you. You're really close. I hope that helps, Scorpio. So until next time, Divine Rebel Racey signing out. Remember, always love each other. Most importantly, love yourselves. Bye, everybody.